Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. And to my clients on the other side of the world, Happy New Year day after New Year's. So, today is going to be fun. I was excited to do this live video because I know there's lots of questions people have. Hi, Susan. Susan, I think it's been a couple years since we connected. I would love to connect with you again, Susan. Tina, my love, Tina, thank you for coming on board, Tina. It's always good to see your beautiful face, Miss Tina. So, Susan, it would be great for you to message me after, and I'd love to connect with you. Hello, Doreen. How was your New Year? You must have had your family over. I'm sure you did. And Tina, you had a fairly quiet New Year's, I think, right? So what is it about New Year's, guys, that really excites us? What messages have you received for those of you that are in touch with your higher self? Desiree, yes, you're here. So Desiree, how come you don't have a connect button? Hello, Carl. Desiree, I want to bring you on camera, and you don't have a button for me to invite you, because I was hoping you would come on. Ronald and Desiree are here. Thank you, Ronald. Happy New Year to you as well. And Ronald, you don't have a button to invite Desiree on. You know those green buttons we get? Desiree, are you on your phone or are you on your computer? That's the big question. I'm just checking my phone here to make sure I got it shared out okay. Oops, I gotta mute this. Hi, Carl. How are you? Oh, I can see your comments much better. Mohammed. Nice to see you. Happy New Year to you too, Mohammed. So what's the biggest, most important questions that have been weighing on your mind at the end of December? And I know they're very similar to one another. Really similar. Desiree, you're checking your computer status. Good. Good. There should be like a green bar that says I can invite you on, so you can actually come on with me and chat with me. And Ronald, see if she has it on her phone and or iPad maybe as well. There's a few people that have it on here. So Tina, are you still on? Tina, tell me some things that you have been sharing about in High Vibe Tribe, some of the questions you've got about what's been happening for the end of December and what's coming into January. Okay, Desiree, you're checking that. Mohammed, how's the weather over in your part of the country? So, thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for actually showing up and wanting to be part of this, because I know most of you, and some of you I haven't even met in person, but you've been either in my High Vibe Tribe group or on my Facebook page or conversing with me either as a client and or Facebook friend. So thank you for being here. Hello, Sylvain. Sylvain's here. So Desiree, if you find that button, I'm going to invite you on and we're going to chat. Tina says on Messenger she can't connect. Not sure why. I don't know. See, Philip is here. Phil, oh my gosh, Phil, I would love to bring you on camera. Phil, do you believe we miss you already? We miss you already, but I think, Phil, you had the first New Year's with your family in a long, long, long time. Oh, Ronald, you're not in the same area. Okay. Yes, Desiree's gone somewhere, hasn't she, right now? Tina says she has a way to share it, then it goes to comments. Okay, she's going to keep trying because Tina wants to come back on. Desiree wants to come on to say a few things. And Phil, I can bring you on camera. There's a green bar there that says I can. And Ronald, you don't have a green bar, so I can't do that with you. All right, so let's see where this goes. You know, sometimes I have an intention for doing Facebook Lives, like Spirit will say, just go on. There's some people that need to know about their intuition, or there's some people that are feeling really down and depressed and don't know why. Go on and, you know, Spirit will initiate them to come in to have conversation. But today, it was like, I have no idea. Just let it flow, you know, and that's the key about when you're willing to live in the flow, everything's perfect. You don't have to organize and think of too much. There's Pat. Hello, Pat. Pat, I'm so glad we got to connect even for a few minutes, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. And one of the things we talked about, Pat, is very, very prevalent with so many people right now. And it's almost like the norm that I'm seeing in my practice of people that are asking the same type of questions. And it's been that way for about a year. And here's the thing I'm going to tell you that, see, Desiree, you're green there now, but you don't have a button. One of the things I'm going to tell you about that is with the upcoming new year, which is really relevant for everybody. How do I say this without cushioning it, but by saying it? If we don't get our stuff together, we're going to get knocked around a bit more. And a few of you in here know exactly what I mean about being knocked around a little bit more, where if we don't look at the stuff that comes up for us to be dealt with, to be healed, to let go of, it ends up going into high gear for us. Desiree says, I can't figure it out and don't see the button. Okay, maybe later. Maybe Google it, Desiree. You're on your laptop, aren't you? I think if you're on your phone, you may have a button there. Well, I really wanted to chat with you on here because I know you have some awesome things to say. But go ahead, if you're not coming on to Desiree and to Tina, go ahead and ask me some questions about you personally. I mean, my intuition is highly tuned. I can tune into that really fast. So Desiree's on her laptop. That's probably why. So go ahead and ask some questions while I'm here. I'm going to stay for as long as I feel I need to stay, and as long as you guys want me to hang out. And let's really start to look at the deeper side of us that some of us have been ignoring. You know those calls you get, you know those places you go to where it's like, what's going on? Why is my life not coming together the way I thought it was? Right? Desiree said, thank you for helping me with my PTSD, virtually non-existent. Wow, that just hit me hard, Desiree. Thank you for helping me with my PTSD, virtually non-existent. Oh, shoot. Desiree, that's big. That I helped you with your PTSD and it's virtually non-existent? Like, good God, girl. But I don't seem to be able to move forward and create the life I want. Well, 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 Desiree, you and I are going to have a chat. We need to set up a time to have a chat, because if I helped you with your PTSD, girl, you've got the power within you to do and create the life you want. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. You deserve it. If I empowered you and helped you, Desiree, to virtually almost get rid of your PTSD, the world's your oyster. And I know we worked hard together, but there's still some more we can work on for you to completely put that to bed and put that to rest. Yeah, I know you're stuck. I know you're stuck, and that's okay. That stuck is a word that I hear quite often. I'm stuck. I don't know where to go. I've been working on myself. I've been working hard on myself. I've been letting go of things, but I feel stuck. Well, that's part of that old energy in the first layers. You know, if my client's in here, Desiree says, yes, absolutely. Sharon says, I'm in a towel from the spa. Oh, is that why you're not coming on, Sharon? Well, you can just show me your head, dear friend. So back to the layers. That's the first layer, is, you know, when we start to get unstuck and we start to empower ourselves with some of the tools that I teach you how to use, and some of the tools we give to you, that you give to yourself, that we work together to build for yourself. You start to unlayer some of this stuff. And then the layer upon the layer starts to show up. And we go, oh my God, what do I do with this? I feel stuck. Sylvie says, come on, Sharon. Sharon goes, that's why. Well, Sylvie says, come on, Sharon. I just talked to Sharon about 15 minutes ago. and she said she'd be here, but I didn't tell her she needed to come on or wanted to come on. But anyway, Sharon is one of my biggest advocates, one of my dearest friends in Florida, one of my intuitive colleagues that we have been on the same page the moment we met, right, Sharon? The moment we were introduced, I've got a picture of you and I holding hands, and there was this knowing that we know each other on a deeper level than ever before. And that it was almost like my trip to Florida at that point in time, Sharon, was all about you and I. And since then, we have been collaborating and connecting on these levels as we continually evolve even higher. Hello, Lisa. Sharon says, love all your layers, best soul friend. That's our hashtag, best soul friend. Lisa, how are you today? So Desiree, back to you for a quick moment. You know, I'm privileged and blessed to have been able to flow into my gifts without having to have a PhD in a textbook style, which really is old 3D information at the moment. I was fortunate and blessed enough to be able to tap into myself and believe in myself, that I could support and empower others to believe and empower them to a higher level. So Desiree, when you say that I helped you with your PTSD, virtually non-existent, that almost brings me to tears, because this is exactly my calling. And to hear these things from my clients, it just reassures me that I'm exactly where I need to be. And, you know, someone that's near and dear to my heart, Sylvie, that said to me, do more Facebook Live videos. And I said, okay, I'm going to do it. So I know this is the right thing to do. I know I can reach many more people doing these things and connecting with you on a deeper level here and afterwards. You know, like Pat, who was on Sylvie's video yesterday, she and I are going to be chatting. Like, I love technology. I love the way this happens. Desiree says, I love you. And I you. And Desiree, we're going to get you unstuck. Because being stuck just means you need to access another tool to unstuck yourself. Desiree says, yes, you have a gift. Cindy, I love you, Cindy. Thank you for showing up here. Girl, we need to touch base as well. We haven't talked since the summer. Right, Cindy? I want to know that things that were happening in your life in the summer have settled out a little bit, you know, where you are flourishing and thriving and growing. Because that's the operative word, isn't it? Survival is old news, and thriving is the way to do it. Cindy says, love you too. Thanks, Cindy. You're a special girl, you know that. And you have gifts waiting to be birthed. More gifts, Cindy, waiting to be birthed and waiting to be unleashed on the world, Cindy. Madeline, you're here. Madeline, do you want to come on camera with me? Madeline Rudy is host of Hologram. Oh, Madeline, what is it again? Hologram Radio. And I've been on their radio show, what, twice, maybe 3 times. And it's always fun. And I remember the first time I was on, I thought I was only supposed to be on for half an hour talking, like talk. And Madeline comes back and says, no, it's an hour and a half show. And I went, what? You want me to talk for an hour and a half? I was like, I was shocked. Remember that, Madeline? I was so shocked. But it went off really well. It was fun. And we touched many lives, didn't we? Madeline, do you want to come on camera, girl? Or are you in your New Year's Day pajamas still? So does anybody, this is fun. Desiree, you just warmed my heart so much today. And you know, the last thing I want to feel and see within my clients and my ex-clients and friends is that anybody is stuck. Because when we're stuck, we're not moving forward and we're not moving backward, because energy is always moving, but we're building on the stuckness, right? We're building on that I can't do it. I don't know what's wrong. And then we go back into that self-worth stuff. Things aren't working out for me. How am I going to get through this? Desiree says, I wish I could figure out how to get on with you. So do I. But Desiree, I'm coming back again. I'm going to be doing these a lot. So Google it, how to get, it, because what it says is your name is watching, and I can wave to you, or I can bring them on camera, it says. So that's what you want to Google. Sharon says, you are awesome. I'm going offline to release and reveal my next layer. Sharon, see, you and I are always on the same wavelength. What's the next layer to release and let go of? What's the next trigger that's coming up? And we have so many triggers. Bye, Sharon. I love you. Thank you for always supporting me, always being here for me no matter what, and laughing with me, crying with me, listening to me complain in the past, listening to me when I would feel like life wasn't worth living anymore, and even wondering why I was here on the planet those years ago. Yes, guys, I would wonder that many times. What the hell am I doing here? Why does it seem like my life isn't moving in a direction I want it to move? Why do I feel so stuck, Desiree? Why do I feel so stuck? Sometimes I would say. And then I would work on myself, and I had my own mentors and coaches, and Sharon has been an incredible mentor for me as well as my friend. And I would do more work on myself, and I would keep up leveling and up leveling. And there was some major, major, major shifts in my life, like huge momentous moments, those photographic moments that you remember, those tremendous moments where you just become awake and enlightened, which really sped me on my path to be doing the amount of work affecting thousands around the globe right now. So, Desiree, yes, okay, we're going to figure that out for you. So, does anybody have any questions before I go about my day? Sylvie, you say, what I have appreciated from you is that you're a good listener. Oh, thank you. I have had to learn that, Sylvie, to be a good listener, because what happened was, as raising 5 kids on my own, I had to solve so many problems all the time. And women were taught to be the nurturers and the caregivers for everyone and anything. A stray dog, to her kids, to her husband, to her community, to everywhere. That we were taught to always be there for everybody. Problem solve and nurture. So it took a long time for me to learn to listen without jumping in to solve a problem. So if you appreciate that about me, that makes me feel awesome, that I am mastering the gift of listening and not jumping in to help solve a problem. And, on my whiteboard, I have it here in my room, I have put last year, one of the biggest lessons I learned was, don't give anybody any advice unless they ask for it. Keep my mouth shut unless I'm a coach, unless you've paid me to do what I do. Don't give anybody any advice unless they ask for it. And I have had lesson after lesson in this, especially with 1 or 2 of my children, where I see them very self-destructive, and I have to stand back, close my mouth, and after the fact say, I always know you are going to make the right decisions for yourself. And truly mean it, because they are making the right decisions. Hi, Trudy. How's Trudy today? So that was one of my biggest lessons. I would say in 2016, that was huge, because I kept that saying up on my whiteboard for a long time. And it took me a while, because of all those years of training, of jumping in and solving every single problem that would come my way. Because back then, life was about problems. Life was about stress, and life was about worry, and life was about issues and problems. And there was certainly not much fun that I can remember in my life for many, 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 many years. So if there's a New Year's message before I go, guys, and this comes to me in bits and pieces over days of, either insight, or if I'm asking Spirit something, and then I get collaboration and confirmation from other colleagues from social media and around the world, is that this year is huge, major changes. Like the past 7 years or so, these cycles have been that we have been undergoing a lot of pressure, a lot of change, which I can attest to that big time. But 2019 has the potential, and this is the word potential, to become a year where dreams start to come true, where the projects and your gifts start to flow in a bigger and better way. Potential, let me clarify potential, if you do the work on yourself, if you're willing to get unstuck. Desiree, right? And anybody else, and me. I mean, we all get stuck in places. If we ignore the call of being stuck, it's going to be harder, and it's going to be heavy, and it's going to be, oh, what words can I use, guys? Torture. I mean, those that work with me and those that have been doing the work understand what it is when you let go of old paradigms, old beliefs, old shifts that have happened, those big, huge paradigm shifts that happened a while ago, and then the new beliefs that come in, and then the old beliefs. When you start letting go of those and allow new ones to come in and settle in, there's a part of your ego that screams out, like, what the hell's going on? You've ripped something out of me that I have kept in there for 30 years. And it produces a physical effect, an emotional effect. Sometimes we call that dark night of the soul, or we call that down in the bottom of the pit, whatever it is. But when they come out, or when they leave, or when we let go of it, any term you want to use here, what's available to come in is yourself, your true, authentic self, the core view of your gifts, your talents, your passions, your purpose. And that requires some work. And that's what I love to do with my clients. So as I get ready to leave, if no one has any questions, I'm going to let you know that I do work with clients on a regular basis. We work very closely together. We have our sessions together, plus my clients have one-on-one time with me in between our sessions via texting or messenger, so that they're never left alone for too long with an issue or a question. Like a week is way too long to be, when you're doing this type of work, to be in session. Desiree says it's my encryption software won't let me on or even Google it. Okay, we can look into that and figure that out, Desiree, right? So, back to my message is that if we're willing to do the work on ourselves, and it's not easy to do the work because it's facing those shadows, the anger, the disappointment, the resentments, the old conditioning, the old brainwashing, it's tough work. It's tough work. Desiree, you're going to attest to that easily because I know you're still on here. It's tough work, but the rewards are priceless. Are priceless. And Desiree, you've had some of those rewards, so you know that. So if I can leave any hope and inspiration with you, is that continually reach to your higher source. Find a coach and mentor that can help you. There are so many people out there. Make sure you resonate with the right one. Do the work. The rewards is your brand new life, guys. It truly is. And it can happen like that. I can attest to that all the time. People would say to me, Judy, you're a manifesting queen, and you know how to bring about miracles. And I say, well, yes, I do know how to manifest. I understand the manifestation process, because manifestation's happening all the time. But as for miracles, I don't need to call on miracles, because those things deemed miracles, I can just do. I've learned how to do. I don't need to call upon a miracle or perform a miracle action. They just happen because I've been practicing this for so long. So if I can support any of you in any way, I do offer a complimentary call. I'm going to put links down in the bottom here. Please go to my website. There is some more information about me and how I can support and help you. I am going to unleash some of the courses and membership programs that I have that always are there to continually support you nonstop with all the information and new information as it comes up. I'm always making videos. I'm always adding things into these sites so that you have sort of the newest upgraded information. So it was a pleasure to be with you here this afternoon. My wish for you is that you flow in the gifts that are inherent within you, that you connect with your higher self in a more beautiful way than ever before, and that you begin to realize that your purpose here on this planet is nothing but pure joy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my colleagues. Thank you for being so close to my heart. Desmond, you're coming on just as I'm coming off. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here, Desmond. I encourage you to watch the replay, and at some point, let's connect. So thank you again. Happy New Year to everybody. And I'm here for you guys if you ever need me. Bye for now.